fighting games. Really like fighting games. And one of my favorite parts of any is the super moves. Most real fighting games I play have multiple super attacks, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat 11, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter, you name it. They all have at least 2 supers, if not far more, which can give you strategic options in your fights. So this got me thinking, what if the Smash Cast all had 2 supers? No, I'm not talking like 2 supers like Ken and Ryu, where they're based on where the opponent is. No, not like that. The Final Smashes are based on... The Final Smashes I pose would be an interchangeable in the character selection screen. You know, like a real fighting game. Smash Bros. Is a platform fighter, not a traditional one. We're not having this debate because I'll win. So they would be interchangeable to suit the playstyle, and I thought this would just be super fun. And they seem to have supers from the original games. Just a quick note, I have not seen anyone else do this before. I went completely off my own choices and research just to let you know. Also, I really tried hard to make these as creative as possible, but some of these, I really had to put some thought into it or just couldn't come up with anything. Last but one of the most notable, I will not be including any Fire Emblem characters because 1, no one gives a about Fire Emblem, and 2, just powerful sword slash for pretty much all of them in their Final Smashes. If anything else wouldn't make sense. Same deal with Olimar and the Mii Fighters, as well as Bayonetta and the Wii Fit Trainer, because, I mean, friggin' Wii Fit Trainer. I'll be going kind of fast through because some of the Smash Cast is massive. And the one thing I need to explain so you can better understand the moves that I came up with is that I figured out that there are essentially 5 types of Final Smashes. Flurry, which is a single focus attack in one spot like Ryu's or Donkey Kong's. Interruption, which plays a cutscene for the attack, and then gets back to the action like Fox, Falco, or Yoshi. Third is targeting, which has the player go off scene and target the foes on stage, like Bowser or Pit. Fourth, environmental, which summons something that affects the whole stage and everyone on it, like the Ice Climbers or Jigglypuff. Sonic's is the same by association. And the last is beam attack. The player is fixed in one spot, aiming a beam at the other players. These different types will be up in the top right corner, what Final Smash type it is, and with that out of the way, let's finally begin.
Mario!
Mario would put on the winged cap from Super Mario 64 and dash fly around the stage like Pac-Man's Final Smash and Super Sonic's, called Super Wing Cap Flight. Donkey Kong would summon a barrel from the Donkey Kong Country games and would combo his opponent into an ultimate barrel blast into an aerial strike at the end.
Bruh.
Link would call upon the Divine Beast and do their Big Bang Kamehameha like the final battle of Breath of the Wild. I haven't played much of Metroid, and personally it's not for me, but I did come up with this. Samus would use all the special moves from Super Metroid like the roll, missiles, ice beam, etc. in a flurry of shots. Just picture that in your head. Yoshi would get a star power cape from Yoshi's Island, except instead of putting on Baby Mario, he'd get it and do a dash combo attacking into a grand egg bomb. I have no gameplay for this, so just imagine it. Kirby would use a warp star, fly straight up and then crash straight down. The item... It's like the item of the warp star, but on a much larger scale, and more damage. Fox and Falco. I know this is lazy, but just give him the Landmaster. These two would perform Mega Thunderbolt EX move from their Pokemon card and also Pokemon game. Luigi would call on EGAD, and he would turn the opponent into a painting using EGAD's painting machine from Luigi's Mansion 1. But I had even another idea, and a frankly better one. Luigi would use the 3 elemental medallions from the original Luigi's Mansion in a huge scale attack. If you're curious, the elements are water, ice, and fire. Ultimate PK Fire, I guess. I got nothing. Captain Falcon. Ultimate Flaming Falcon Punch combo? Hey, it's from a racing game. I've got nothing. Jigglypuff would do Peach's Final Smash and put everyone to sleep. This makes sense because it leads to an easy KO with a rest attack. They would basically do Rosalina's Final Smash, but use a star from Super Mario 64, like how Peach emerged at the end. Bowser would transform into Fury Bowser from Bowser's Fury, and do his Super Flame Blast at the stage from where his original Final Smash is. Ice Climbers would call on that Pterodactyl and hang on to it and do some flying damage like Super Sonic's Final Smash. Sheik would use the harp from Ocarina of Time to make some crazy stuff happen. Deal damage, like Skull Kid's assist trophy. Zelda used the harp from Skyward Sword like Sheik or fly in a loft wing. This one was tough. I mean, all Zelda really does is show up at the last minute and steal away again or something. I don't know, I guess he just overdosed the opponent. I mean, he's a doctor. I have no idea how he's even in this game. Young Link, he would use the Ocarina and go Ocarina of Time to play the Song of Time and go back for one stock for for all opponents. This is essentially a do-over, but this is different because one is quite OP. Also, I thought the player would have to use the directionally input the Song of Time like the Ocarina of Time, where you use directions to play it. And if you mess up, it only goes back a few percent instead of entire stocks. And for Stamina Battle, this would just give back 100%. Ganondorf would use his sword from Twilight Princess in a heavy-hitting slash manner. I didn't have too much for Ganondorf. Mewtwo would perform a combo with Confusion and a Psycho Force Beam like Lucario. Mr. Game & Watch would grow in huge size, then use Super Judge that marks 10 and does extreme damage. Meta Knight would call in the Halberd like the Zero Suit Samus' final smash, like how the Halberd stage on it would be a hazard and fire the beam. But if it's on the stage for the Halberd, it would just shoot it from there. Wario would eat everyone? If you have a better idea, please comment it. I'm at a total loss for this one. I don't have many good ideas for Snake, so I just say let him use his Brawl Final Smash. Depending on which Pokemon you have active, they would do their EX attack. Squirtle would do his EX Water Gun, Solar Beam for Ivysaur, and EX Flame Blast for Charizard. Diddy Kong would go to the center of the stage and spin around while dual-wielding 2 peanut guns, then finish with a shot from the coconut gun. I don't know much about the game Lucas is from, so just combine his elemental attacks into one converged elemental attack. Sonic would go in his Unleashed Werewolf Twilight Princess-like form from Sonic Unleashed and do a powerful flurry attack. King Dedede would do a flurry throw like Hulk from the Avengers and then throw the opponent sky high and then super jump in the air, then meet them with a powerful hammer attack for a finishing blow. Lucario performs his EX move, Rising Fist, in a grand aura. Rob would grow in size and then launch a super gyro at crippling speeds. Toon Link would use the Wind Waker to rise the ocean and then board the King of Red Lions and ride back and forth pretty fast, doing some damage launching up and out. Wolf would board his ships and perform a targeting blast in a bombing standard form. I'm not sure, all Wolf does is stay in his ship, and since that's already his final smash, it is pretty hard to come up with. I don't have that much for these two. I guess they would just summon Tom Nook and invoice their opponents' houses, putting them in crippling debt. You know, the most amount of damage. Mega Man would simply do a charge shot like Samus's. I'm not sure how they even gave him a full moveset anyways. Rosalina and Luma would summon a black hole from Super Mario Galaxy, forcing everyone into a concentrated vortex, leaving Rosalina free to attack them. Little Mac would do a Super KO punch, a better version of what he already has, like Ken's Shin Shoryuken. Following the trend, Greninja would perform his dancing Shuriken EX move. Palutena would do her up smash laser, but it would be all over the stage coming out of the ground as much bigger lasers. Pac-Man would eat a power pellet, making the opponents go blue, and they're also slowed. This lets Pac-Man do double damage and knockback for a few seconds while it's active. I don't know much about Xenoblade, so I'll just say, have Shulk activate all of his Monados at once, and then perform a cloud-like sword attack. Bowser Jr. would randomly summon from 2 bosses from Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, that big drill mech and Gobblegut, to do some carnage around the stage. I have no idea how Duck Hunt is even in this game, so I guess just give the dog a gun and have the duck float him around while shooting it pulls at the stage. Or just have it be like Duck Hunt with targeting. Have the Inkling do a charge attack where they jump up in the air and smash back down, launching ink everywhere and obliterating everything underneath at a specific range, just like the Super from Splatoon 2. Ridley would pick up any character near him and lift them up skyward and then slam them back down underneath his talons. Simon and Richter, I couldn't find anything for supers and they already had on their moveset, so we're just going to go with Holy Cross instead of Grand Cross. King K. Rool would fly above the stage with his copter pack and shoot multiple times at the opponents below in a bombardment style. He didn't really do this in the original game. It was pretty difficult to come up with something special for King K. Incineroar would perform his EX Burning Slam attack. Piranha Plant would summon PD Piranha to shoot Goop from Super Mario Sunshine, covering the stage, dealing poison-like damage and slowing them down, leaving Piranha Plant free to attack them. I have two ideas for the Great Phantom Thief. First, being a Showtime attack with Arsene from Persona 5 Strikers.
Bruh.
But my better idea, and what should already be in the game, is that when Arsene is active and Joker does his final smash, he should break his chains and Arsene would transform into Centennial, and Joker would do his sinful shell attack across the stage in a targeting fashion. Hero would dash forwards to perform a young Link-like sword attack and finish with Hatchet Man's spell attack. I'm not sure, I didn't play Dragon Quest, and I'm not sure about Dragon Quest at all. Banjo would use all of his golden feathers at the same time to do an ultra dash across the stage. Terry would perform an ultimate power geyser much bigger than his normal inputs. I feel like this is obvious if you played ARMS, just have her do the attack rush meter move. I'm surprised that's not already her final smash. Steve would summon the Ender Dragon to rampage the stage with his breath and wing attacks. I'm not sure how he'd summon it. I guess he would use the egg and put all the crystals around it to have it resummon to come across the stage and just cause some carnage. The only idea I had was Supernova, but that's already his special move, so I gave, I guess it's just his bombardment attack with multiple of those side special curse orbs that float around you. I don't know jack about Xenoblade 2, just give them a flurry attack special or something.